Yes, welcome back to the Sports Show. Time to turn our attention to the Southern Footy League. As always, Poppy, the Prez, good enough to come in. Craig, how are you?
Yeah, good evening, boys. How are we?
You look like you got a bit of sun the last few weeks. There's been no rain. It hasn't rained in your competition for 3 years.
Don't spoil it.
No.
Don't spoil our party.
I know.
All right?
Touchwood, it remains the same this week. Looks good.
It does, very
But
good.
this is one of your big talking points, how they'll play in the rain, but they haven't need to worry about it. Mate, a couple of interesting results on the weekend and a couple of good ones, of course, at round 9. Ranella, Billy's team, of course. Bill will be a happy man down there, mate.
Yeah, back on the...
Way too strong for Aldinga.
Yeah, they were. Bit surprising. We thought Aldinga were on the improve. Ranella got a few senior players back this week, so hence that particular result.
All right, Cove and Noarlunga, it's certainly the game of the round. Went down to the wire, 2 points in at 73-71. Cove, good enough at home.
Yeah, they call it the postage stamp. It's not much bigger than a postage stamp, but they play that oval very, very well. It's a bit like Norwood at Norwood, very hard to beat. But yeah, terrific game by the Cove, and of course that really tightens up our premiership table.
You made mention of that prior to last week's game. Last week you said Cove on home deck, completely different outfit than when they play away in the big ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they were a good effort. Well done.
All right, Christie's Beach, too good for Happy Valley?
Yeah, Happy Valley in a bit of a rebuild for probably two and a bit quarters, because that was the tribe game of the week. We were out there and saw all that one. It was probably a 4-point game in our competition. Okay. Happy Valley had to win to try and maintain closeness to the top 6, but Christie's a bit too strong.
All right, we know Marion is struggling. Big percentage boosted by Morphett Vale. Do not ask what the score difference was.
What was the score difference?
No, doesn't matter.
It was a lot. It was a big.
Was it over 30 goals?
48 to be exact. Anyway,
He's not. Tell me it wasn't 48 goals.
No, they didn't win by 48 goals. No.
How much did they win by?
48 goals.
Are you serious?
If you put the points in as well. Can we move on?
Yeah, I can.
Marion are battling.
Yeah.
Morphett Vale.
I might have. At the end of the show, I might have a bit of a go at.
Well,
48 goals. That can't go on. That can't keep on going on.
No, we understand that, Poppy.
But what are you doing about it? I want to know what you're doing about it.
There is processes in place.
Oh, the old processes in place line. Okay, fair enough.
Jeez, you're a hard man.
It's a week. It's a long time in football.
It's a hell of a long time for this club at the moment.
No time. Well, that happens, mate. It's cyclable. It goes through that, and we've discussed the problems that they're facing. Let's get on with Port Noarlunga, big winners over OSC Longsdale as well.
Porties are there or thereabouts. They're a bit of a sleeper at the moment. They're sitting 7th at the moment, but one game out of top position.
Right. So when it's that close again up the top. We had this last year.
When you actually look at the premiership table, you've got Morphett Vale, Noarlunga and Flaggies all with 12 points. Mm-hmm. And then Ranella, Christie's, Cove and Port Noarlunga are all on 10.
Wow.
So halfway through the season...
Where are Marion?
They're at the bottom.
Marion are at the bottom.
Gee,
how many points have they got?
You are as bad as the rain coming, mate. Can you let it go? Have you got a shout out for us, mate?
I have. One of our terrific young up-and-coming stars from the Southern Footy League, Sammy Tharrison, who's tied up with the Flagstaff Hill Footy Club, has been playing with the Adelaide Crows as well. Unfortunately, last Saturday did his ACL.
Oh,
yeah.
So, bit of a shout out to Sammy. I know he had his operation during the week, so hopefully it all went well.
Goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, mate, the country champ's not too far away. The letters of invite went out to all the players. So, first training the 2nd of July. There'll be some excited boys this week.
Very much so. When you look at there's 26 spots up for grabs out of the 44 that played in the country championship at the association game, and we've got to take 6 under 21s in that squad of 25. There's going to be some really tough decisions that are going to have to be made.
All right, 8th and 9th for the champs.
Now, I should make mention, Smythe went to Kangaroo Island last week, and the game that you guys performed in the week, it's still being talked about weeks after, which is fantastic.
And apparently, you're also a star on the TV,
yeah.
Channel 44
That's
over
half
there.
the reason I sort of brought it up.
We thought so.
If it's any comfort to you didn't get a lot of mention.
No, it was more Craig.
You got mentioned a fair bit, mate. Let's get down to round 10 here, mate. Christie's Beach, they're in 5th spot. Port Noarlunga in 7th. Both teams coming off wins last week at Christie's Beach. Battle of the Socks.
Battle of the Sock, and also this is our odd socks round. Which is our mental health awareness week, mental health awareness. So big day planned down there at Christie's Beach. It's also a reunion day for one of the Christie's premiership sides. Tribe will be there, of course. Christie's, we saw them last week. They were pretty good.
Yep.
But as I say, Port Noarlunga, bit of a sleeping giant. I'm going to tip a Port Noarlunga win there.
You know, it's how crucial is it when you look at that ladder and say, well, they're one game off Noarlunga, but all of a sudden you talk about that 4-point game. It becomes crucial at the business end, and these sort of games, it'll be interesting to see how these two perform.
Mid-season is always important.
Yeah.
All right, Cove in 6th spot, Happy Valley in 9th. Cove just had that 2-point win. Did it drain a lot out of them, or they'll bounce back this week?
No, mate, they're in terrific form at the moment.
And they're at Cove.
They'll
the
be
Cove
Happy
Footy
Valley,
Club,
yeah.
and they're playing at home again, so you'd certainly tip them. Happy Valley, again, for 2.5 quarters, were in the game against Christie's last week, but Cove at home.
Right. Flaggies are up against Marion, mate.
Flagstaff to win.
Phil.
Flagstaff will win that one.
How much buy do you reckon?
No, I don't think it'll be as big as last week.
I know you don't know, but you know, I'm asking for a tip. I mean, is it 30 goals?
10 goals.
No,
I reckon Marion can do all right.
I reckon.
Marion are going to surprise.
I reckon for every goal above 10 goals, you donate $10 to the Marion Football Club. So if they lose by 48, you're up for $380. So I'll ask you again about what margin.
Well, what about if you and I go and do something for Marion to try and help them? Have a sports night. You and I turn up and do something for Marion instead of,
Can we just give them $380?
No, you're going to have to work for it, mate. I'm not going to let you go. Noarlunga in 2nd spot, mate. They're up against Aldinga in 8th spot.
Well, you would hope.
Would be looking for a bounce back.
You would. You'd really hope that with the young group they've got down there at Aldinga, you're going to get the ebbs and flows, of course, until these kids get their 40 or 50 games experience into them. They're starting to get that, but again, you'd hopefully this week it'd be an up week for them after what the disappointment of last week.
Right.
But Noarlunga at home also very hard to beat.
OSB Longsdale, they're in 10th spot. Morphett Vale are just white hot at the moment. You'd expect it to be...
Yeah, Morphett Vale are in terrific form, sitting top of the ladder at the moment. So, yeah, look, Morphett Vale should win that one.
When you look at that ladder, and even after this rounds of football, it's still going to be tight up the top, but the separation between top 7 and bottom starts to become a bit more obvious.
Normally does.
Yeah. And it's going to be unfortunate because I can see one side missing out by percentage or one game at the very final round of the year.
Yeah, we're doing the top 6. So,
All right, as always, mate, great to have you in. It'll be a great weekend of footy down there at the Southern Footy League. Not too far away. We've got to talk about the country champs. They're creeping up on us, but we need to get to a break. Stay with us. Still plenty to come.